to
You
explain
mean
this.
just casually flirt?
Not really casually flirt, but you let somebody know you're interested, but at the same time you don't let them know you're interested.
Playing games?
Yeah, kinda.
Okay.
Like well, you don't. It's not.
It's literally
I don't
playing
know how
games.
to explain it, but I'm
Subtly
sure
let them
people
know.
would
Subtly
know.
letting them know you're interested. Sure, if you want to go.
But you don't care about their feelings. You don't care about how they feel about you. You just do it for the love of the game.
It's like, yo, I'm trying to.
But like, if we don't, I don't give a. You cool though. You a homie.
I feel like that's just my inclination whenever I go into anything.
Not talk. Like, do you get what I'm saying? Like, do you understand what I'm saying? Like,
Show me an example.
oh my god. Didn't want to get there, but like,
We're here. Tell the people.
I'm not doing that.
What are you scared of?
I'm not scared of anything.
Sounds like cat.
No, I'm
I
not.
need you to explain to me what you mean.
You know exactly what situation I've done that was like on that type of time. You know exactly.
Talking about that message you sent?
To who?
No? Okay.
What
What are we
message?
talking about?
What message are you talking about? Wait, I'm not curious. What are you talking about?
You know the message,
I don't know the message.
but you got a response, and then you're like, oh, I'm gonna ignore this person forever. But now they're cool.
Message.
But now we're cool with them.
Oh! 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 Okay. You see, like it took me a while to even register that. But like, yeah, well, that was a direct shot. That was not a subtle shot.
Okay, so what are you telling them about?
But I mean, over time, oh my god, I can't believe I'm deep diving that.
Listen, I'll
Months
deep dive.
later-
I'll deep dive if I need to.
months later, I got different vibes, but by that time, I wasn't on that type of time anymore.
Okay, but what does that have to do with what we're talking about?
Cause that was a direct shot. That was not no.
That's
subtle
I'm
shit.
talking about. What is your example? You have yet to tell me the
Oh
example.
my god. Bro.
What are you scared of?
Really?
What are you scared
I'm
of?
not scared of anything.
Yo,
I'm just saying, you've seen everything.
Yo, bro, can you just be?
Okay, bro.
I've
Who-
seen a lot.
who was I obsessed with? Not really obsessed, but jokingly making jokes about throughout the majority of last year.
The crash out year.
Yeah, during the crash out year. What was that jokingly?
Hmm?
Oh my god, bro. Can't believe you. Who was like
Tyler?
no
A person we know or have known?
a person we know?
Okay.
Who was like jokingly like, dang, I'm gonna do this to, like be with this person type shit, or was it constantly referring to that person being around and like something like that? I can't believe you.
A person during the crash out. Is this
Oh
between
my god.
between
It was throughout the whole year.
the one person that was around the whole time?
No, like the person that I was jokingly like, oh, I'm gonna get at that. Oh, I'm gonna try to get at that. Oh, I'm gonna try to do this to get at that. Oh my god, I can't believe I'm doing this.
Nigerian? I don't know.
We literally saw them on Saturday night.
Oh. Okay.
You get what I'm trying to say now?
Yeah.
Like, when you like you don't really shoot your shot, but it's like a joke. You know what I mean?
I wouldn't consider that a thing.
Like you don't
I
really
wouldn't
shoot
consider-
your shot.
All right, you could have made this so simpler.
Bruh.
I just remembered it now.
Okay, cool.
First of all, it took you a minute to get what I said with the message, so shut up.
No, yeah, it did. Like, cause I'm like, what is he talking about? And I'm like, oh,
Audience,
stupid
this is
self.
all stuff you'll never
This is
hear.
all you would
Anyone who
need
could pick it up.
You anybody? Nobody would pick it up.
Anyway, that's not. So you're saying that's subtly
That's
shooting
subtle,
your shot?
like that's subtly shooting your shot.
That's
'Cause
no.
eventually the
because technically your presence is already known.
What you mean your presence? Okay, the person knows what type of time it is.
Yeah. So
But,
that's
like,
not really subtle.
It is subtle because you never came out and made it like okay. You never came out and said it. It's just based on like vibes.
Again, friendly flirt and banter. You guys had a heated debate.
That was a heated debate. Okay, sure. I guess you can call it friendly, like yeah. Like that. But there's no words explicitly said, or there's no advances explicitly being made.
Okay, so I don't get how that is the other thing.
I'm saying has that kind of vibe throughout the whole show.
I
Ever since she got introduced to the pod,
I mean, me listening to the show, I've never got that vibe.
you never got that vibe. The early days, oh my god, bro, it was so obvious.
I think
But eventually, it faded out. But like during the early days of the dynamic, yeah, you can tell I was like, I'm trying to get at that. And then after
I can see a
after he
sense,
got
but
dubbed, or
but-
after it didn't work out, she became Lil Sis.
listen,
You
man,
get what I'm trying to say?
I like to believe people when they say stuff.
What do you mean? Because like this is the
Even though
story
I
that's told that time. A guy likes somebody, they get dubbed, so they classify her something else. Now she's like Lil Sis, or now she's bestie, or now she's like, somebody friendly.
I guess.
They completely remove her from that. Oh, I'm trying to get at that. Now it's like, oh, that's bro, that's homie.
Nah, I don't know. Some niggas really just playing the long game.
Some guys really do play the long game, which is kind of crazy. But
I don't get it.
You speaking on personal experiences, bro. I cannot play the fucking long game. Holy shit.
That whole long game, wait,
That
be your
whole
best
long
friend,
game,
listen to your choir on your
That's
shoulder.
crazy.
I was never understood, and I
That's
never
crazy,
understood
bro.
that because I'm just like, yo.
If you
what?
shoot your shot at somebody and like vibes are not vibing,
Nigga, this is
and yeah, still good friends.
yeah.
Why are you sitting here being weird and playing the long game when there's like 1,000 other people in the world, bro? Just use that as okay. That's homie now. That's really
That's
that's
gang.
bro.
Whatever.
That's
Alright,
gang.
moving on.
It's not that deep.
Yeah.
But some people, they will lurk in the shadows. They will plot. They will analyze. They will wait their entire lives.
I think those are the guys
Oh my god, those people.
Those are the
disgust me.
guys that like give the idea that. Do you think men and women can have platonic relationships?
Yes. Now I do. I used to be of the belief that no, they couldn't. But that was during my weirdo phase. Chris, my views as a 25 as a 25-year-old guy compared to my views as a 17, 18-year-old guy, completely different. I'm amazed at myself sometimes. I'm like, I really believe that now. That's crazy. But again,
Here's where I think the shift is different. Another shift is different.
Mhm.
Why where it gets misconstrued?
mhm,
Because I'll say there's your platonic friends,
yeah,
and then there's your friends.
yeah.
It's not necessarily platonic. It's just nothing's happened. But if something, there's a chance still that there's something. happening.
And
Then there's the platonic.
as
where that's the
guys,
0%.
we can identify who's genuine or not.
Yeah.
As guys, I feel like it's easy to identify when a guy is just really homies with somebody,
Mm.
or when he's just there for
The long game.
for the long game. You can easily identify
Listen, I
that.
peeped a bunch of people like that. I'm like, yo,
Like you can see it coming from a mile away,
and it's crazy. Actually.
and it's sometimes when the women don't see it.
Well, they're
I
not
find-
supposed. They're not gonna see it.
I find it very like disturbing when they don't see it.
I
I'm like,
mean,
bro,
it is
what?
a bit odd. Some see it, some don't. I
Like-
remember. Well, I'm not gonna lie. I'm never gonna use names, but
Mhm.
I saw one of my homies
Mhm.
crash out on that game.
What game?
Long game.
On the long game, you crashed out. The long game is crazy.
And I was like, huh? Bro, I would have never guessed that. I'm not gonna lie.
Really?
You slipped me out. Like the thought was there, but it wasn't there. It was like, because we're cool with the same person.
Is it who I think who it is?
You don't know.
I don't know. Okay, cool.
And I'm like, yo, because it's straight platonic with me. I thought the same with the bro. Bro crashed out. I was like, whoa.
Bro, was
I didn't
really-
know bro
you
was
You
really.
were just waiting for that the whole time.
And I was like, damn. At least he got it off his chest. Can move on and heal.
Now playing the long game is crazy and it's corny at the same time. It reminds me of like high school vibes. People like some guys like, oh, it's so cringe. They make me cringe a little bit.
Playing the long game,
It makes me cringe. Cause like, bro, like
I don't know. I don't know. I guess
I'm gonna start by being her friend first, and then eventually she'll realize that I'm the one for her. Bro, get a life. Like, get a life.
I'm watching.
Oh my
You know,
god.
you know what's funny? I'm watching You, right?
Uh-huh.
Season 4. You
Yeah.
saw it, right?
I haven't seen it.
No,
I saw
not
the-
the new one. Not the new one. Season 4, where he went to London.
Yes. Where? Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so remember when they were in the house
Mhm.
and bro, the main girl that he's going after
Mhm.
had that guy was after her for like they've been friends the
Yeah,
whole time.
yeah.
And he's just like, yo, when are you gonna realize that I'm the one for you? When are you gonna realize that I'm the one you need to be with?
Oh my god. Straight narcissistic behavior. Because like I feel like to play the long game, like and have that type of mindset, right? You have to be a very different kind of individual. You have to really like be very egotistical and very like what's the word? Self-centered to have those kind of feelings and have those kind of thoughts. Cause like
You think so?
it's weird. The whole concept of playing the long game, I think, is weird. Why don't you come out with your feelings and shoot your shot instead of manipulating your way into having that person like you? That's
too-
kind of weird, I think.
I feel like it's those people are just
It's
so
very
scared of
slimy.
the rejection.
I get that, but like you can get rejected and still be friends with the person.
Not everyone can.
What do you mean not everyone can? It's bro, once that happened, like once I went through that, I'm like, yo, it's not bad. Like it's
Yeah, but
just
you-
chill. As long as you're not a weirdo, it's just chill.
You're
vibes.
talking from your perspective.
Like, bro,
There are a bunch of crazy ass niggas out there.
I'm sure you've been like with somebody, and like, it's just straight vibes now. Like you like somebody, but like it didn't work out or you didn't go anywhere. But it's vibes. They're still friends and cool.
Yeah,
Like, I don't understand how some people don't like.
I
Can't.
guess I don't know.
It's just cringe. It makes me cringe a little bit. Like, I don't know.
guess I don't know, man. Do you think we're responsible for all men?
I mean, what do you mean we are? I'm just
This
saying.
is a random transition.
What do you mean? What's that even? What type of?
There's
what
this,
kind of
there's this clip on TikTok going, controversial, whatever. People talking about it. I keep seeing it on my timeline, and I'm like, no, nigga.
Wait, before we continue this conversation, welcome to CCV Unmuted. I'm your host Gene.
I'm your host, Chris.
We're just jumping in today.
Yeah, we're just in here today, guys. Get ready for.
like, get ready for a
we
ride,
thought
of-
we were talking about your favorite topics.
Yeah.
We might jump into it now. We're just on some discussion
Just-
shit today.
bro.
Just gonna
Yeah.
be chatting.
Like, subscribe, do your thing. Anyways, keep going. What was
This is
your
the life part.
What was your thing?
I gotta find the clip.
I don't need the clip, but give me the context.
No, the clip will make more sense. It was basically bro saying that
He's talking about specifically black women
I believe
in
so.
this case, because
I think he's talking about women in general. But
well, not all women
But I
deal
think
with
he's-
systemic racism. And
no, I think no, I think he was talking about the clip that went everywhere was that you're accountable for the men that don't treat women that way or whatever.
I mean, I
Um,
can get the idea because like each one teach one type of like vibe. Like we're supposed to like teach people, right? Teach young men, right? Or anybody we come across if they have like a flawed mindset or a flawed way of thinking, we're supposed to correct them and check them. So I get the idea of it.
I
but
get
not
that
everybody
idea.
does that though.
Yeah, not
When's the
everyone
last
does that.
time you've checked somebody?
I don't be around niggas that need to be checked.
Me too. That's the thing, bro. Once I see that you're weird, I just like, all right, I'm out of here type shit.
I mean, I've been around niggas that need to be
But-
checked, and I've checked them. But that's
I'm
not the.
I'm not gonna lie. Wait, let me finish this. I'm not gonna lie, right? If I encounter somebody with a flawed mindset, I always chime in and try to tell them about themselves.
Yeah.
I always do. They may not be recipient to my message. They may not care, but I always make sure I tell you, yo, you're crazy. Like you're not supposed to be thinking like this.
I come at it from a different angle. I
Mhm.
usually just try to understand why they have that mindset,
Okay.
and usually just be like, "Oh, okay, so you have this because of X, Y, and Z." Well, that's your experience, but that's not how the world works.
True. So I understand the idea.
I understand
behind
what he was saying.
Like,
I just think there are several, and when he was going to compare it to like, I don't got time to be differentiating between who's this, it's the whole group as a collective. Then you get into that. I feel like that mindset isn't right, because
It
if you
definitely
want to just
isn't.
put it in the whole group, I don't got time to differentiate. Then you're just doing what they're doing to you.
yeah, you gotta differentiate because
If
You
you don't
can't-
differentiate, then you're just worse than the
you
person
can't
oppressing you.
lump in everybody together because of like a few bad apples. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
I mean, not you can't just say a few bad apples, because there's a majority.
It's a minority. It's
It's-
never a majority.
Yeah.
It's never a majority, bro.
What do you mean?
So, all right. This may be controversial, right? But do you really think the majority of men are harmful to women?
The majority?
Yeah, have harmful thoughts towards women. I want to say because
This
the
is-
internet
This is
The
harder
media-
with, like, in today's society. You mean?
and it just pushes that narrative a lot. That a lot of men are like very harmful towards women, and like they're like they have negative thoughts about women. They're like, on like a quest to like suppress and oppress women. But do you think it's the majority of men, or do you think it's just a few like bad apples
I don't know.
globally?
I don't know about a few bad apples, but I will say that, so we're in America, and
I feel like in America, I don't think it's a majority, but globally, that may be a different case because
I'm only gonna speak from America perspective, because if
Okay.
I had to go do more research for globally,
globally, I
But-
feel like America is a very progressive country.
not with our current.
Yeah, not with our current climate, but even still, it's still more progressive than a lot of other countries overseas. So,
I can somewhat agree with that.
yeah, globally I don't think so, but in America I think it's just a few like I don't have the research to back this up. This is just
I don't
this
think
is
it's. I
this
don't
is
think.
just based on personal beliefs and like, real life experiences and the people I'm around and the people I've known.
Well,
Like,
you know,
I don't think it's the majority of men that like have negative thoughts like against women and like want to suppress and oppress women. And I also want to get into a
but I
conversation.
can't.
Keep going. My
I
bad.
can't. I can't say that, because,
Mhm.
granted, I don't know. I'm only talking from my perspective, but just looking at the whole, like, society as a whole, like, we're just talking about America right now,
Mhm.
and everything that's going on. Men attacking the media, women attacking the media. The gender wars has been going on for a
The
while,
gender wars.
ever since the internet got
The
developed.
gender wars is like huge.
And I chime in here and there, but this one specifically, majority. He said majority of men can't handle rejection and go crazy. Majority of what kind of men is what I really need.
I
need to
say that
understand.
it's a minority of men that can't handle rejection. I'm not. That's what I'm saying. I'm not
Because-
saying majority. I say it's a minority, and it's being framed as like a lot as a majority. Sorry.
When I look at anyone in these things, I gotta look at, like, what's the demographic of how they were raised, how they were
Like I
brought
said,
up.
we don't have the research or the facts to back us up on this. This is just based on personal experience and observations that I've made throughout my life.
Okay.
Because I've met a lot of good dudes, and I can easily say the amount of good dudes that I've met outweighs the amount of bad dudes that I've met.
Yeah, but that's just your perspective.
That
Don't
is just
forget.
again, yeah, that's just my perspective. And
We need a female perspective for the
I
rest of this
know,
topic.
bro. Come talk to us. Like, who's gonna be? I have a chair somewhere here and just be the voice for all females. I'm kidding,
We need
but
a female voice for all females because we speak for all men, right?
something hit me the other day, right? And I was driving somewhere, right? And I forgot, like, oh no, I was on a phone call with somebody, right? I'm not gonna mention names and stuff like that. And you know how when you're a teenager, like you're in like your circles with your friends, and like you guys just say stupid shit about women and stuff like that.
Sure.
Like you guys just have conversation where it's like you just say stupid shit about women. You just like
Locker room talk or whatever.
yeah,
Whatever
locker
they
room
say.
talk or like like raunchy like comments about women and like pretty much not like acting like I don't know what's the word.
Like, damn, she got a fat ass like that.
No,
Kind of
not
shit.
just that. Like overly sexualizing them and just like dehumanizing them sometimes. Like,
Yo,
but
what kind of demons are you hanging?
no, hold on. I don't hold
I'm
on.
joking,
I'm gonna
joking.
get there. Like as a teenager, like you just you like you the way you talk about women is like so fucking misogynistic sometimes and so ugh.
I mean, sure, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Even
Literally.
in music and stuff like that. But that's another debate. And like they were talking like that, right? And then they flip switch in my head. I'm like, yo, why do people talk about women this way? Why do we talk about them like that? Why do like why is it just so normal for people to just cause like it made me cringe. You know what I mean? It
I
made
see
me
what you're saying.
cringe. Like, bro, she's human, bro. Like, bro, she's human just like you and me, bro. Bro was going off about this lady that like
What, he hurt her or something?
no like pretty much this
Can I get some context?
I'm
Like,
gonna
I
just
need to
give you
know
I'm gonna give you some
what you're talking about.
I'm gonna give you some context, right? Bro was talking about a girl that he didn't really care about, that they were hanging out and stuff
Okay.
like that, and he was just talking about all this like sexual favors she did for him and stuff like that.
Okay.
The way he was talking about her, I'm like, dang, bro, like you're reducing this whole human being to just somebody that did sexual favors for you, and like the way you're talking about her makes me kind of cringe. Like, bro, like she's human too. She's not. She wasn't just born to just do whatever she did to you. Like
I think bro
she has a
just
whole life.
bro literally lived for the validation of other men.
Like and like
That's all I can say to that.
the way he was bragging about what she did to him and the sexual favor she did to him,
Gene.
I was like, yeah, bro, that's kind of corny. Like, bro,
Gene.
we're grown. Like
Gene.
this is like high school type of stuff. Like
Did you hear what I said?
I know what you mean validation, but that's the thing. We wasn't giving him validation. Bro was just talking about, oh, she did this, she did that. Dang, she was like that. She was. I'm like, okay, bro, all right. like,
Bro was just looking for validation.
like that was kind of very immature. I hate. Bro
Yeah,
is
he's
not.
immature.
Bro is not gonna watch this episode, so I don't
I
care.
don't fucking.
But like,
I've seen that before. Like,
it's
nigga,
just.
I don't
It made me
care.
cringe. It made me feel cringe. Like, bro,
Like, think about it this way, right? Your homie goes on a date, whatever. You all see, you're in the club, whatever. But he gets shorty, whatever.
Mhm.
Meet up later. You talk. You guys talk the next day or whatever, right?
Mhm.
You're like, yo, you pop. Is that? And then if he goes into a monologue of a bunch of
like,
shit,
that's like crazy.
nigga, you're weird.
Listen, I'm not gonna lie. As a guy, be like asking your homie if he like popped some girl that he met like the night before, something like that. I don't think that's dehumanizing or degrading or anything. You're just
No.
asking, oh,
I'm just like, yo, what happened?
what happened?
You
Did you
guys,
score?
cool?
Like,
You win?
was it you guys
Everything
cool?
good?
Like,
You
was it
alive?
good? Like just like
Normal shit,
But
yeah.
when she started talking about, oh yeah, she did this to me. She's nothing. She, you pretty much using her her sexual performance to like degrade her. You know what I mean? And start calling her some type of a name and stuff like that. That's when I'm like, yo, bro, what the fuck are you doing? That's weird.
I don't know. I never cared to do that.
I'm like, yo, that's kind of cringe. And as bro was talking about like that girl, I was driving and bro was talking. It was a 3-way call, and like there, both bro one and bro two were like going back and forth, right? And
Mhm.
I'm just sitting back listening to this, and I'm like, yo, guys really.
Honestly, I can't.
Sometimes
Nah,
guys
nah, nah,
are
nah, nah.
disgusting, low key.
Hold on. I have to be hold us all accountable.
What?
Gotta hold
Okay.
us all accountable.
Yeah, go ahead.
But we talk shit about war stories,
About war
or
stories,
past stories, whatever. Blah blah blah.
but we don't do it to a degrading level.
We don't. We just talk.
I feel like past a certain age, like the way like you talk about women, like bro, you're not a teenager anymore. You gotta
Oh
grow up.
yeah.
Like you gotta like.
No,
It's
because
just
the way you're
it's
the way you're
wild.
explaining it is like he's just jumping off the deep end. And if you guys are teenagers, I'm like, I guess that, but I'm at the same point. I'm like, I was a teenager. I didn't really need to do all that extra shit.
I get what you mean. I'm just saying like the way as adults, full grown adults now, right? It's
Mm.
just it was very jarring to me and weird to me that some guys still talk about women that way.
Well, not everybody grows up, you know. Not everyone actually makes it to
And
adulthood.
it's crazy that guys even older than me still talk about women that way. And I've seen it happen.
Not
Go to
every.
go to any type of. I sound super feminist right now, but I swear I'm just a regular guy.
Gene's just a pander. It's fine,
I sound like
guys.
I'm
He's
pandering right now.
pandering.
I swear, but like I don't know. I just feel like
I love pandering. I love how that's a whole
I'm not even
attack.
trying to pan. I'm just
No,
trying to
no,
be a
no, no,
decent human
no,
being,
no. That's not.
low key.
No, but everyone's scared to be called pander or
Cause like
just a
sometimes
pandering.
every time you call something out that's vile, people, oh, you pandering towards a certain audience. I'm
And
not
you're
really pandering.
pandering to yours
You
audience.
guys already know me for real. Like, oh, he knows me for real. So like, you call me whatever you want. I don't care. But like, it just was very cringe to me, and it felt very vile. And like, I'm like, dang, you ain't never gonna catch me talk about somebody like that in my life. Like, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna sit here and act like I was an angel when I was a teenager. But like, now, no fucking
I
shot.
mean, you've grown up.
Like, bro.
You've experienced life.
And
You understand that there's more things to life than whatever the fuck the homie was talking
for
about.
sure. And like, that switch that people be like, once you hit 25, there's a switch in your brain.
Your full front
Bro,
cortex.
it's weird, bro. It's weird. It's weird. It creeps up on you, bro.
Bro's frontal cortex is fully developed,
Like,
and now he sees the world for what it is.
It creeps up on you low key, bro. It does, bro. Like you just like certain shit that you used to care about. You like, yo, I don't really care about that no more
Yeah.
at all. Certain shit you prioritize.
Welcome to
more.
adulthood.
Certain shit you were just like, and I'm not gonna lie, like I felt like this prior before I turned 25, I guess a little bit, but like I feel like it's intensified now.
Yeah, you were thinking about it because it was developing, and you're like, wait a minute, the world isn't
Bro.
the way this is supposed to. What is this
Bro.
bullshit I've been just taught to live?
Bruh. It's a weird feeling, but I'm just saying, like, it's just funny to see the evolution of your thoughts and beliefs and your whole demeanor from like
Back then to now.
teenagehood to now. For you,
Oh,
it must
yeah.
be even crazier because like you're older than me, so like you compare yourself to your 16-year-old self, your 16-year-old, no, you're even no, not even 16, your 18-year-old self to your 30-year-old self.
Gene, you know why I'm so calm?
Like, bro.
You know why I'm so calm and just chilled and like I've crashed out already. I've crashed out enough. Like crashing out, there's no purpose to it. If I was to crash out, I would need a real reason. Like a real life reason. Other than that, everything else is just like, yo, life is life. But I've also always been a person who's when shit happens and the way I keep calm is like I accept it. I'm like, all right, this is how we moving. Got to move with this, whatever is going on, regardless of anything. Like this is how it is right now. All right, accept it, move on, deal with it. Crash my car, accept it, move on, deal with it. Don't get like angry or something. Like I'm not really an angry person in general,
Mm-hmm.
but the stoic way I approach life helps a lot. Because before stoicism, and before morals,
I can definitely say that I crash out less than I used to crash out. Oof. Like sometimes I reflect on like my previous relationship, my
mm,
previous relationships. I was such a fucking crash out for no reason at all, bro. Like it's crazy,
listen,
bro.
go to therapy.
I did.
Go
But
to
that's the
therapy. I
funny
tell everybody,
thing.
try it out, and then if it doesn't
Listen,
work for
listen,
you,
listen,
figure
listen. That's
something
the
out.
funny thing. Even in therapy, right? Stuff like that, I'm already self-aware about it. That's not even what I'm working on in therapy. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Because that's just part of like growing up and evolving and realizing, oh, you was a fucking crash out back then. What the fuck was wrong with you? You know what I mean? Like, that's just a regular part of life. But like, I'm just like, dang,
I mean, for me, it was just me doing stupid shit rather than crashing out. Honestly,
I was just so easily irritable, like so easily ready to just
you,
for confrontation.
you,
Oh my god,
irritable.
Jesus Christ! I'm like, holy crap! How do people deal with me? How do people?
That's why we're friends.
What do you mean?
Because I'm rarely irritable. You're so irritable.
Oh my
So easy.
god, bro!
I just be like, yo, I'm chilling, nigga. What the fuck you talking about?
But you know,
This nigga's ready to crash out over the smallest fracture of anything. He's like, what the fuck is it like that? I'm like, yo, bro, chill. Let's relax. This is vibes. It is what it is.
I've learned to just tame that aspect of myself a little more. Definitely.
I've learned to hate more.
You know what's crazy? Even when I was through my crash out phase and stuff like that, I did. You know why I kept going for this long? I feel like because I didn't get punched in the face, but I didn't get checked by somebody. Thinking about a couple of situations, bro, I should have gotten punched in the face or checked,
Well, you know, it's
but
great.
nobody checked me.
It's
It's
great
great that I didn't.
that you didn't have to
I
experience
didn't
that.
have to experience
You
that.
were
I have
able to,
to come, bro. I don't know what the fuck was wrong with you, bro. But I definitely should have gotten checked by somebody at some point.
let me see.
That's crazy. I'm glad nobody did though, because who knows what would have happened.
I don't know. I don't think I've done anything. Like I've wilded out crazy stories, blah blah blah, just wilding out.
Hmm.
Can't really remember all of them, but I don't think I've done anything so crazy that niggas would be like, "The fuck."
Okay. We're not gonna snitch, self snitch on this podcast, but
There's nothing for me to self snitch on, honestly,
good.
because there's not. I haven't done anything. like everyone's like, "Yo, your darkest secret." I'm like, "What dark secrets do I have?
What dark secrets? Bro?
What dark
I have a
secrets
few.
do? What's your deepest, darkest secret?"
I have a few. That would never. I would never say here and freaking divulge them on the fucking
Public
podcast
platform.
that I'm gonna send on the internet. Hell no.
I will. Anyway, my deepest,
Yeah, okay.
darkest secret, and this is real, is I really just don't give a fuck.
Okay. I mean, I can share some embarrassing secrets that I've had.
Oh, embarrassing shit is not really
Embarrassing
secrets.
shit, bro. I remember. Dang. I'm trying to like formulate the story in a funny way. Something embarrassing. Mm, this is not even probably embarrassing. It's probably traumatic. um, I feel like now I can laugh at it, but like back then I was kind of hurt. So I remember when I was in middle school,
Mm.
like I just first got into this country, whatever, right? And like I didn't know anything about like freaking like name brands and fucking like what's cool to wear, what's not cool to wear to school and shit like that. I was in fucking seventh grade, bro. I didn't care about none of that shit. And I moved to the Bronx.
Oh, you
I,
about to
I
get.
come, I come, yo,
I
yo,
can
yo,
already tell you.
yo, I come straight from, I'm fresh off the boat from Ivory Coast, right? And I'm dropped into the fucking Bronx, bro. The Bronx. I don't speak a lick of English. None. I will never forget to this day. There was this white kid that lived in the neighborhood with us, bro.
Mm.
This is not even embarrassing. It's just an anecdote that I'm sharing, right? And then he called me a nigga. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Excuse me?
no, like the kid was like,
Oh,
he
he's a
lived in
cool
that.
Drewski white boy?
No, he lived in that freaking community his whole life. So I guess
He's the Drewski white boy?
I guess, bro. And like, I had never heard anybody say nigga before. I didn't even know what the fuck that meant. I'm fresh off the boat, right?
Oh.
And then he was like, yo, what's up, my nigga? Every day he would just say that to me, right? I'm like, yo, what the fuck? What does that even mean, bro?
Bro is
Yo,
confused.
or I would say something and I would mispronounce it, right? He was like, what you say, nigga? Like, you kept saying nigga, nigga, nigga. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? So one day I decided to ask a teacher what the fuck nigga meant. I had this math teacher. She was white. And I was dead ass about to ask her. Cause like nobody would tell me what it meant. Everybody was just
the black people were like,
bro, we're in seventh grade, bro. They don't understand that I'm clueless to their lifestyle that they've been used to their whole life. I just got here. So
I think niggas could have explained it. What the fuck?
nobody explained it. And then, do you know my one friend, right? I'm like, yo, he keeps calling me nigga, nigga, nigga. What does that mean? He's like, next time he calls you nigga, call him cracker. Instead of telling me what the fuck nigga meant, he just told that next time he calls you nigga, call him cracker. I'm like,
damn.
Okay, and I did that, and me and bro got into an altercation, but that's a different story.
Wait, why he get mad?
Huh?
Why he get
I
mad?
don't know, because I don't know. He got offended by that, or maybe he got offended by the fact that I talked back.
I don't care if he got it. Why
Bro,
is he getting
Chris,
offended?
you don't understand. When you're new to a certain place and you don't speak,
G,
you know how many fights I got into?
You're outside of this,
Bro.
this right now because you don't know. Bro knows what he's saying.
I know. So I was about to ask the teacher, and I got stopped by my friend. He was like, no, don't ask that question. And then eventually I figured out what the context of nigga is and all that kind of stuff. It's all about the language barrier, I feel.
No, I figured
I was
that.
French, but like this brings me to like a whole stream of memories I unlocked for me. You know how many fights I got into just because I was new and fucking an immigrant and like was clueless to shit? Yo, that's the thing. I hate niggas love to try you when you don't fucking, when you don't know anything, bro. I remember, still fresh off the boat, don't speak a lick of English. I'm at a park. Me and new friend that I just met. First of all, I would shout out to him if you watch this podcast. My friend at the time, when I came to the United States at that school, my middle school, like I just sat next to them, and they were patient with me, and like pretty much they taught me English pretty much, like low key, because like I would try my best to communicate with them. They would be patient and try their best to communicate with me. I would always hang around them and stuff. I would follow them to the park and stuff like that. So I was hanging around him. He knows who he is. To this day, we still talk every year because we're one day apart. Like our birthday is literally, but it's his birthday the 14th, and the 15th is my birthday. So every year,
Nice.
like we wish each other birthdays and stuff like that, and we still talk sometimes. We gotta link up, but like, yeah, bro taught me a lot. And so one day we went to the park, right, to play basketball. Some kids were already on the basketball fucking like court, right? And I guess they were talking shit about me, and I didn't understand that they were talking shit. And like my bro told me they're talking shit about me, so in my head I'm like, we gotta fight now.
Why is it always we gotta fight?
Cause bro,
niggas talking shit. All right, I'm gonna whoop your ass.
Like you ain't about to punk me because I don't understand English, right? And I'm confrontational. Listen, I'm very confrontational, and like I'm not gonna act like I'm the best fighter. Or, like I'm not scared, but like, bro, if I can do something about a situation,
I'm gonna do it.
I'm gonna do it. And if I'm like, I don't care if I'm gonna lose, I'm gonna still go and try, like, to fight you. So, bro's talking shit. I didn't even understand what he said or what was said. We just started fighting. I got him in the headlock. We on the ground tussling. Fucking his homies run. Cause I guess I took it too far and I'm choking the fuck out of this kid. I'm like,
Wait, you were like something,
bro. And keep in mind, I was pretty tall for a 7th grader, bro.
Niggas tried you.
I was pretty tall for a 7th grader. So like, you know, I had the height advantage there. So like, we just fighting. I don't understand why his homies are running. I'm choking the fuck out of this kid. My homie is like, yo, let him go. He gonna kill this kid. I let him go. Like, and then we just part ways, and I'm like, okay, I guess that just happened. I don't even know why I was fighting. I don't understand.
Bro blacked out.
I don't understand the context. It's not how I blacked out. I didn't black out. I don't understand English, bro.
Bro had a mood night moment where he was like, and then woke up and he was
Chris,
like, niggas, what is niggas scared about for?
It's
What
not
is
even
niggas
like
scared
that.
about?
I honestly feel like I got instigated to fight when it wasn't even that serious because I understood no context, bro.
Sounds like middle school.
No context at all. I was just fighting the kid because under the assumption that he talked shit about me, even though I didn't even know that he talked. I don't understand.
I'm not gonna
English.
lie. I mean, that sounds like middle school.
Like, bro, but that was just like, dang. I got into fights because of that.
The few fights I
Like,
got into,
I got roasted in school because my ass showed up to school with fucking Under Armour shoes. And keep in mind, right?
oh, you're in the Bronx, yeah.
Keep in mind, right? I'm in the Bronx, right? The weekend before, my mom took us to the like shopping district to get some shoes and stuff like that. We didn't have no money. We just got from the US, bro. Them shoes were cheap. I thought they were the coolest shoes I've ever seen. They were red. I love the shoes, right? And I begged her to buy it, and she bought it for me, right? And I was proud of my shoes. I show up to school the next day, niggas are roasting me because I got Under Armour. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with Under Armour? Like, they were just dying laughing because I got Under Armour because it's not cool or whatever. So, of course, you know, I gotta get into some fights because of that because you're not about to roast me because I got Under Armour on. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, no.
I say
Like-
this like, oh, why are you getting? I'm like I haven't gotten to fights.
Like, bro, you're not gonna fucking roast me because I got Under Armour on. Like, what the fuck are you?
You're
Type
not
shit.
wrong. I mean, you're in the Bronx, man.
Like,
Niggas don't care.
Bro, it's a ruthless
Kids don't
environment.
care.
Kids
They're
don't give a
fucking
fuck,
ruthless, bro. Nigga, if you don't got the newest shit on, you a bum.
It was exactly, bro.
And everyone's broke.
It's make it make sense. Make it make sense.
It's the ego. It's the
But
mind.
yeah,
It's the
yeah, middle
environment.
school, bro, was very interesting as an immigrant, bro. Very fucking interesting. But I'm not gonna lie, I met some good peoples.
I got into like maybe 2 or 3 fights in middle school.
Really? I remember this one time, it was during gym, this girl threw a fucking a fucking baseball on my head, bro. And of course I couldn't
Did not report assault? Like the fuck?
I couldn't hit her, so I reported her. It was a whole thing where like parents got involved and shit like that.
Oh, it's always
I don't
fun.
even remember why she did that.
I got into a fight. The 2 or 3 fights I've gotten into was one was end up being my homie.
Oh dang.
I was new, so you know, gotta pick on the new kid. But
Mhm.
bro kept coming at me, and I was like, "Nigga, I will fuck you up." So I punched him. This
Mhm.
nigga runs to the nurse's office,
Oh,
cries
dang.
uncle, and I go get suspended. This nigga's a bitch.
Dang.
That's my nigga though.
He told on you. The last fight that I got
But-
into was in high school. That's the absolute last fight I got into. And I was what? I was probably like
We're talking about fights.
fights,
like-
like fist fights. Like fist
not
fight.
sparring.
No, like actual fist fight.
Okay.
Like, bro, what the fuck do you think you are? Type shit. So I was in English class. It was in high school. I was probably 16. I was definitely 16. So yeah, I was 16. It was early as fuck in the morning. I don't know if I told the story on the podcast before, but anyways, I'm gonna tell it again. It was English class. It was like 8 o'clock in the morning.
Wait,
This-
is it the dude who threw the?
I think I told you off mic, but
no,
I don't-
I think you've told us on this.
I don't
It's like where he grabs.
let me paint the picture. Bro showed up to class with fucking a 2-liter ginger ale, a jar of peanut butter, bread, and bro was making a peanut butter sandwich in the middle of English class.
Mm.
Like
Sounds like something I would have done.
you would bring you would do that? Okay, fine.
I mean, I had a different kind of class
In the middle of English class, right? We had this sub that day, right? I guess not much was going on. Bro really pulled out his whole setup on his tip. It was really making a sandwich. It was really funny. You know, kids, we will find out funny, right?
No, yeah, that'd be funny.
But like, I'm looking back, what was the big deal? It's look
why y'all hating?
as a 25-year-old, why do I even care that this kid is doing this? He's probably hungry. Like, what do I care?
Yeah,
Like
but
he
not,
brought stuff to make a sandwich in class.
not as
Big
a
deal.
12, 13 year
As
old.
a 16-year-old, you're
As a
like, yo,
16-year-old.
whoa, let's clown him. Whoa, ah. You know what I mean? Whoa, he brought peanut butter and jelly in school. Ah. So the whole class is fucking recording him. Oh, look at this dude. Oh my God, look at him. He's making a sandwich. Oh, look at this dude, right?
Why do we care?
Exactly. Why do we care? I'm looking back, but why do we care? So everybody's recording. Of course, I join in on it, and I'm recording the homie too, right? And I guess that's really bullying. Now that I look, I feel so bad. Oh my God, we were literally bullying this kid. Oh my God, yo, you bringing back memories because like
his frontal cortex
God,
is
bro.
developed, and now he's realizing
We
all
was-
the stuff he's done as a child.
we was bullying him, and like his nickname was Ugly Man. Like we didn't even call him by his real name. Every day people call him Ugly Man, and he didn't do anything about it. He just accepted that to be his nickname.
Well, then,
But looking back, no, that's still bullying. What would you call somebody Ugly Man every day of their life in school? So yeah, Ugly Man, bro. Is a sandwich set up to school. Everybody's laughing at him.
listen, you
Everybody's
gotta
recording.
stand up for yourself. You can't just
Everybody's
take it.
recording him. He tried to stand up for himself. That's the thing. So, out of everybody that's recording him, bro decides he's gonna go after Gene because I have glasses and shit like that. He really thought I was about that.
Listen, he had to make a stand.
Listen, he
Listen
picked
to
the
this
wrong
again.
guy.
I'm like, nigga, yeah, he picked the wrong guy.
He picked
but
the wrong
he
guy.
had to pick somebody.
He had to pick some. I get that.
He had
But
to
why
pick
you go
somebody.
after me,
You
bro?
had glasses on, nigga.
All right, fine, sure. So the nigga looks around and then he slaps my phone. My phone falls on the floor. And I had a homie at the time. His name was Abdul, right? Bro was
Instigated?
my best friend. No. He wasn't instigated. Bro was like a solid homie. You know how you have like one or two solid homies in high school? Bro was like my solid. We were always together, always hanging out.
Pause.
That was whoa. That was bro for real.
Okay.
So my phone falls down, right? I'm shell shocked a little bit. I'm like, what just happened? Bro really
Bro, think.
bro slapped my phone was my hand was recording. My phone is he slapped it down. I picked that shit up. I look at the screen, it's cracked. Instantly, I rocked it there, bro. Like, instantly. Yo, there's a video out there somewhere of me doing that because people were recording at the time. Everybody was
Gee,
so
if I catch you
yo
on one of those old viral videos that are
that
out there,
video was viral at my school for like 2 weeks. My
of you
nick-
just rocking
My
the nigga.
nickname became Gene the Hitter. Like that's what people would call me. So like, listen, I rock him immediately. Bro rocks backs and fought because I'm telling you, I never punched anybody that hard in my fucking life. Rocked the nigga fell back. Immediately, Chris, my homie got up and immediately went. He was on crash out time at the same time as me, bro. I didn't even ask my homie for nothing.
He just
We
jumped
jumped the nigga, bro. Like immediately. Like have you seen
that JoJo
you
meme?
see the JoJo meme where like Abacho is just like, because my homie didn't even take part in the bullying. He was just chilling. You know what I mean? I was the one that was recording. My homie was just chilling, minding his business, getting ready for class and shit like that.
He said,
And then he saw me rock somebody, asked no question at all, nothing, immediately
jumped in.
jumped in. I'm like, bro, I ain't never experienced something like that in my life. I'm like, I hope all my friends nowadays will be ready like my homie was. I don't even talk to him like that anymore, but shout out to homie. But he asked no questions. Immediately
That's
jumped in.
hilarious.
immediately.
hilarious.
So there's a video of us out there, just
Hopefully, somewhere on the internet we'll find it in our algorithm.
just like,
Because that I want to see the video.
bro,
Nigga.
oh my god, that shit was hilarious. But it wasn't hilarious. No, think about it. Because after we're done, now the sub at the time went to call the security guards because, like, bro, there was chaos in the classroom. I'm like, shit, I don't want to get suspended. Keep in mind, I'm the type of kid, I was like straight A student, like, never really got into trouble. My parents would fuck me up if something happened at school. Like, I wasn't the type of kid that would get in trouble like that, right? So I'm like, damn, I'm about to get suspended. Like, shit, what do I do? Because she went to call the security guards, right? So me and my homie lift the guy up, and I'm like, yo, we good? We should after we finish beating the guy.
Nah, waking up the nigga you just like yo, you good? You good? You alright? You good? You done? You done doing your bullshit, nigga?
No,
you know not to play with me?
That's so fucking crazy, because, like,
You know not to play with me, nigga?
after we finish beating the nigga up, I'm over here like, yo, let's shake hands, like, we good type shit, like, bro, like, we good,
We
like,
can beat your ass again real quick before they get here. Make sure you're corroborating your stories,
like,
nigga.
So, like, we shake hands, right? The security guard come, and she's like, what happened? I'm like, well, nothing, like, we good, we just playing around, that's it. And homie's like going along with it, like, nothing's wrong. And then,
Because he doesn't want another ass woman.
and then I
By Gene the Hitter.
don't get suspended, and then everybody starts sharing that video around, bro. People start calling me Gene the Hitter and stuff like that. I'm like, dang.
Oh,
My nickname
watch
was
yourself out here. We got Gene the Hitter out
bro.
here.
I'm not gonna lie.
That's the title of this episode.
Gene the Hitter. Don't please. No. So, like, I'm known as Gene the Hitter from now on after that video.
That's hilarious.
And I'm not gonna lie.
Clout?
I started, it gave me some clout. I'm not gonna lie, bro. And after that, I became cool with every, in high school, just like, different cliques and different, like, groups and stuff like that. I'm cool with everybody, bro. Everybody.
hilarious.
I go to the sports people, I'm cool with them. I go to, like, the nerd, I'm cool with everybody.
That's funny.
That was a funny story, bro.
Because the
But-
aura that you get after beating someone.
And then you're a 16-year-old, that boosted your ego a little bit. You're like, dang.
Well, for me, this was,
That was funny.
this was in middle school. So
Oh my
there's
god, that was
outside after homie, me and him are cool.
Uh-huh.
Whatever. This new guy comes to school. This is a white kid.
mhm.
Bro saying like disrespectful shit to everybody. Everyone's like, this kid's annoying, blah blah blah. I'm like, whatever, nigga. I don't care about this guy. But bro allegedly was saying the N-word.
It was white.
Yeah.
Okay.
Allegedly. I don't know if I heard him. I feel like I did. I didn't. But I don't really care. Bro started talking shit to me. And I was like, bro,
dang.
I'm just, because me, even young, I'm just like, I don't want to fuck nobody up. Because I will fuck you up.
Mhm.
So I don't play that. Bro started talking shit. I'm not even in. Even my friend groups, they all love roasting. I'm not even the best roaster. I just try to roast. I'll be like, yo, leave me alone.
Mhm.
Bro started talking to me. Then he said something about my mom, and I was like, all right, bro, come here. Come here real quick. Come here real quick.
God.
Come here real quick. I hit him. We fight for like 2 seconds. I hit him. Bro leaves, scared or whatever. Apparently, I get suspended. Apparently, bro was in the hospital or the
Dang.
doctor or something. They suspend me
Mhm.
and make me write a note saying I'm sorry.
Oh my god.
I'm like, I don't give a fuck about any of that shit.
Fuck homie.
I mean, cool later. Like, no beef afterwards.
Okay.
But during that time, I'm like, oh, fuck about this nigga. Fuck that nigga. But after that, nigga, because apparently he said the N-word. I didn't hear it.
Mhm.
Because I went to a white school, so
Yeah.
every other black kid was like, peace.
You beat the racist
Beat
kid.
that little nigga up. Show that nigga, don't fuck with us. Can't outwardly do it.
That's funny.
I'm like, yo, I'll
No,
take the fall.
the little clout you get after your little altercations in school, bro. It just be so weird, bro.
I just be like, yo,
Yo, high school is a fucking weird place, bro. It's so fucking weird, bro.
not really. I mean, for me, I didn't really like.
It's a weird place.
I don't know.
This the amount
I
of
just did whatever I was doing.
me too.
Whoever was around was around.
Me too. But like, when I think back about it, I'm like, yo, the stuff kids be saying to each other and doing to each other, and like, it's fucked up, bro. It's fucked up. It's
Yeah.
fucked up,
Yeah.
bro. Especially in the hood. Cause I went to high school in the hood.
Oh well, yeah. I was with white people.
Yeah,
I can
it's
tell
just-
you. I can tell you a different kind of fucked up.
No,
over
there's
there.
a bunch of fucked up shit that I've heard and seen that was going on in my school.
I was aware of a lot of crazy shit
Niggas
going on.
bringing guns to school and shit.
Oh.
Like, just, why?
Well, you're in the
Ugh.
hood, nigga.
Oh my God,
That's
bro.
the hood.
Like,
That's for protection.
people getting pregnant.
I mean, that's in every high school.
Freaking, like,
Any drugs?
of course, freaking
What kind of drugs?
everything you can think of. Yes.
Everyone was doing it.
Not everyone. Of course, not everybody was doing it, but a lot of kids were doing it.
Like what?
You know, everything.
You say everything. Like, what does that mean?
Like your standards and your hardcore.
Oh,
You think I want to get demonetized? No, I'm not mentioning those names.
we could bleep them out.
No, you're not gonna bleep them out. That's more work for you.
I'm gonna edit this whole thing.
Of course, weed, cocaine, all that kind of shit, meth. People were doing that.
Niggas are doing meth in the Bronx.
Not in the Bronx. I went to high school in New Jersey.
Oh,
I went to middle school in the Bronx, and I went to high school in New Jersey.
oh. You mean here?
Yeah,
Oh, niggas doing meth around here?
yeah. Somebody you wouldn't expect to do meth did meth.
Did it or was doing it?
Was doing it.
This
very
nigga's a
crazy
meth
person.
out here. Black?
A very crazy person that tried to harm me.
Oh, oh. Well, yeah, that's different.
But anyways, moving on. Yeah, people were doing that kind of shit.
That's hilarious. I mean, to me, because I'm just like I've seen every drug done, but
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know if
Majority.
your school did that, but like this is why I'm like, dang, teenagers are so immature. So some guys will get nudes of like
oh yeah,
they're
that
they're
was-
freaking they're the
You know
whatever
me-
girl they're talking about. Chris, listen to this. And at lunchtime, they'll be like, turn on your airdrop. And they will just share it on a
Oh,
wide fucking scale,
See,
bro. That shit is so
that is
fucked
fucking
up.
crazy and fucked up.
And then you can't trace it to who fucking did it.
Yeah,
Because not everybody has it.
yeah.
And then the girl is in the hallway crying, her eyes out.
I always
It's
found,
just so fucking sad, bro.
first of all, I always found that corny.
That was so corny.
Like regardless, because I've like niggas would be around and they just be. I'd see nudes and I'd be like, I don't want that
Fucking-
shit. I don't care. About
People
that shit.
exposing group chats and shit like that.
Like who?
High school is a fucked up place. I went through that in high school. Imagine how it is now. Just imagine, bro.
I mean,
I'm
yeah.
so glad I'm not in high school right now, bro. Holy shit.
I don't know, man. With ChatGPT, I could have finished half of my
Bro.
work. I could have did all my homework because I
Honestly,
hated homework.
When I was in college, that's when the AI boom like was first starting. So I caught the tail end of
Oh, you
it.
got the tail end, so you
I
can got
didn't
it
even-
unregulated. Nothing.
It wasn't unregulated yet, but it wasn't advanced enough to do
too much.
too much.
Mm.
I remember, bro, I had to teach myself how to fucking code C.
Ugh, disgusting.
ChatGPT, you enter the prompt of whatever the professor asks, it writes the code right there, and it works perfectly.
Yep. Yo, when I first,
Oh my god.
like when I was coding, and I was like, hey, let me see. Can you make this function real quick? Can you
It
just do
does,
this? And
it
it did it, and I
does.
was like, you fucking,
Bro,
you fucking
you know how many
serious?
hours I spent fucking
Try to figure this shit out.
a skill that I don't even use C. I would never use C in my life.
I tried to use I tried C, but then I tried to do C plus just to get into gaming and coding, and I was like, yo, bro, this is not life.
But anyways, back to the convo. Like even now, like school must be crazy with all the the technologies that are like out right now. TikTok. Imagine having TikTok in school. But when I was in school, Instagram was
Nigga, if I had TikTok in school, I'd be going viral every day. I'd be like, fuck it, we out here. Let me show y'all how we really living out here.
God. Damn, high school is crazy.
High school was, I mean, it was a cool time.
I feel like my college experience was was way chiller than my high school experience.
My college
My
experience
college experience, bro.
was
Aside from my roommate that tried to kill himself, that I feel like that was a highlight of my college experience. Because after that, I'm like, I'm just gonna remove myself from friend groups. I'm just gonna worry about me, yo. That was that was such because I started freshman year with like a friend group of people,
mm,
and then after the whole, we went through together until like sophomore year, and it imploded sophomore year. I'm like, yeah, I'm just gonna do the
I'm just
rest of this
gonna
shit
hang
alone.
out.
I'm heading out, and I had a girlfriend at the time. So at the time, it was just me, my girlfriend, my job, and school. That was it.
I can understand that.
Like I was like, yep, I'm not dealing with that no more. But
I mean,
college was pretty chill. Aside from that,
I had a girlfriend in the beginning of college, and then halfway through it, I was just living life. Then I crashed out for a couple months.
but honestly, I feel like I wish, looking back, right?
Mm,
I wish I was probably single during college. Looking back with all the info and life experience that I have right now, I feel like I would have experienced a lot more if I was single. I should have been single.
I agree. I kind of agree.
Was I purposely removed myself from situations
To experience.
to experience because I was in a relationship. And I feel like, I mean, I got the typical college experience because I dorm and all that shit, yeah, but like, I feel like I could have experienced way more if I wasn't in a relationship.
I can agree with you.
Yeah.
Because I did.
I could have experienced way more. I'm like, dang,
'Cause,
that's
like,
crazy.
I remember I was experiencing it fine with it in the relationship.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, yeah, college is cool. And then after that ended, I was like, why is college so much more crazier?
Why is it so much
Why?
more fun?
Why am I so suddenly out all the time? Why are we partying? What are these anyway?
Like, bro, looking back, like, dang, probably should have just, focused more on
Living life.
living life than investing into a relationship. But you live, you learn.
True.
You live, you learn.
Listen, man, you think you're in love?
Huh?
Think you're in love at the time? That we're gonna get through this.
Yeah, we're gonna get you. You're so naive. You know what I mean. Like high school relationships never freaking really last. It's such a true thing because you don't even know who you are at fucking 16, 17 years old, bro. You do not know who you are at all.
Facts.
You barely know who you are in your 20s. Some people don't even know who they are in their 30s. What makes you think that you're gonna like be with that one person throughout all of it? People have done it, and I commend them. But into this day and age,
I have a question.
Go ahead.
What does do you know who you are mean?
Like what you like and don't like.
Do
Who
not,
you are as a person, who you want to be. What's the ideal version of yourself that you?
I'm not
you're
talking
like,
about who you want to be. I'm talking about who you are.
Did you know who you were at 16 years old? Answer that question truthfully.
So here's where my dilemma is. Did I deny who I was at 16-year-old?
Did you know who you were?
I feel like I had an inkling of it
What does that even mean?
in growing up, that I'm just like, I don't like, when you grow up, you're like, I don't like these certain aspects of myself, but that are you. So I would reject it. So I'm like, that's not me.
I don't think I ever did that. I rejected certain aspects of myself. I mean, I've always been a nerd. I've always liked weird shit. But at the time, I'm not gonna lie, there's some aspect of myself that I didn't share with the world. I wasn't comfortable, like, openly, like, embracing. Nah, I just don't give a fuck. No, I don't give a fuck at all.
Let me put it this way.
Like, I remember.
I'm not
right?
gonna say it in the sense of
I'm
like
gonna just give one example before we move. Like at the time, I used to freaking like listening to J-pop and J-rock, right?
Mhm.
And I would never. I would feel so fucking paranoid about people finding out, or like people like finding out that I like that shit because I thought it was weird or whatever, or like, blah blah. Nah, I don't give a fuck. I
No,
blast
no,
shit all
but
the
all right,
time.
all right, right there, that aspect, right? Would you that fear of other people? Would
Mm-hmm.
you suppress that so they
Suppress.
don't find out?
Yeah, I would definitely hide listening to that
So
shit.
you knew who you were.
Well, no, you didn't embrace who you were.
Yeah, I'm talking about knowing. We're not talking about embracing. We're just talking about
I
knowing.
wouldn't necessarily say no. I feel
You
like
know that
you're
you like.
discovering who you are.
Yeah, we're all discovering, but like when you discover it, you're like, oh, I know that about yourself now. Like you know you like the J-pop,
Okay,
but you suppress it.
I did suppress it.
But you know still that you like J-pop.
Yeah,
I'm not talking about you suppressing who you are. I'm talking about you know who you are technically.
I don't.
You know whether you like something or not.
But part of knowing who you are and living in your truth is embracing. So I feel like
No, that's part of living in your truth
and as
and
part of
embracing it.
knowing who you are,
No,
I feel like
you can't embrace something you don't know.
that's a debate, bro.
How can you embrace like if you didn't know that you if you don't know you like J-pop, right?
Mm-hmm.
You don't know, you've never heard it, right? You don't know you like it. So you can't embrace the fact that I like J-pop. You won't be like, I like J-pop. You've never heard it. And then let's say you hear J-pop and you're like, split decision, I like J-pop, right? In that moment, the second you hear it, you're going to make a decision whether you like this or not.
I feel like that's very. You're like using a specific thing. Just because you know you like one thing doesn't mean you know who you are as a person.
I'm not talking about
That was just an isolated thing. It's an example.
that's the example I'm trying to bring. You know these things about yourself.
You
You
don't
don't
know
know
everything.
everything about yourself.
Yeah.
Yes, I agree with you. But you know
Okay.
who you are in the sense
Let me
of
put on a
what you've
scale. At
experienced.
that point, you 30% know who you are,
Sure.
and throughout life, it's a constant getting to 100%. But the older you are, the more of a grasp you have on who you are.
Yeah,
So can we agree on that?
I agree with that.
Okay.
But I'm just saying that like in that 30% that you have as you're building it, you can kind of get an idea of where it's going.
No, because my views from there then are completely different than my views from now.
I'm not talking about our views. I'm talking about
That's part of who
but
you are.
yes, your views.
That's a huge part of who you are. Back then, I did not have the same mindset as I have now, at all. My views on certain things, complete opposite. Complete opposite.
Okay,
Like
that makes sense.
complete opposite.
I know where I was going with this point.
I mean, I get what you were trying to say, but I'm like, bro, honestly speaking, looking back at your 16-year-old self and your 30-year-old self, you, of course, like like back then was not the person that you are now. There may have been some elements of yourself back then, but like, there's a whole 360. Oh, sorry, 180, because 360 you're back to the same spot. There's a whole 180.
No, there's definitely things I've completely shifted my thoughts on.
Exactly.
But
That's part of becoming who you are. Because at some point,
there's
some niggas don't change in their ways. I feel like past a certain age, that's it. That's who you are, and nothing is ever gonna change.
I hear that's after like 30 or 40, but
Really,
you know,
30 or 40.
around no, I think it's 40 where that's who you are. It's either that or 30. I gotta remember where the
'Cause,
saying
like,
comes from.
You're nobody is ever gonna change you, and whoever comes into your life is gonna accept you for who you are at that point. I feel like, yeah, I feel like that's the case for a lot of people.
I think people change.
People change, but like some core things of certain people never changes.
Well, yeah, I know. I think our core fact. That's kind of what I was getting at. Is like your core factor self. You know technically who that is. There are things that will sway you, this, that, and the third, but that core sense of you
Mm.
is like whether you're. I like to say that mm, I trust in people's nature more than I trust in people
Mm.
because at your core self, that's who you are.
Mm. Okay.
And people, whether you're aware of it or not.
I mean, I guess you can make an argument for that, right?
It's just a thought. It's just a thought.
Again, this is
And
just,
with those thoughts, we had some thoughts for you today.
this has
This has just been an all over episode
all
about
over.
random bullshit. We just
I
want
don't
to
know.
chat with
We
you
started
guys.
from there was no beginning or end. There was just
There was just
a constant stream of rare.
this was just a
of thoughts.
stream and train of thoughts just flowing for you guys. Next episode, we'll be back with some heavy hitting topics
Yeah.
and pop culture and anime and a bunch of other stuff. Any closing remarks?
Live in your truth.
Yeah, living your truth.
Live in your truth. Be who you are, no matter what other people say.
Well, learn who you are.
Yeah, learn.
Make sure it's safe for everybody.
Do the work to learn who you are.
Make sure you're not a
Um,
serial killer first.
That's crazy, bro. That's crazy.
Hey, man, do you want a serial killer to be who they are?
All right, man. We out of here. Like, subscribe.
Like, comment, subscribe.
We talk to you guys.
Guys, we're on the road to 100 subscribers on YouTube. So
Please.
like,
We're
comment,
almost there.
subscribe. We're trying to get there before 50, and we're going to get there. So join us. All right, goodbye. I love you guys. Deuces.
Peace.
Woo!